I don't think we're up yet on YouTube, but I like does the thing where it's like, yeah, I'm scheduling it. I did not schedule this. I just put it up. Oh no, it's up. It's live. Okay. I'm gonna get the daily boost started here after I send this link to my Telegram. Alrighty, everything looks good. I think everything sounds good. Uh, Other than that, I think we are a-okay. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Boost. Actually, I guess it's afternoon for some of you on the East Coast. It's like 12:03. But good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Boost, hosted by my community, Love and Action Network, as well as the members within it. The whole Our whole mission with the Daily Boost, as well as for Love and Action Network, who you can find out more about at lovedandlovable.org, is to encourage, equip, and empower ourselves with the knowledge that we are loved and lovable. Hey, Tara. Good morning. How are you doing today? Um, but also give ourselves the tools to get through our day to day. The various source of material that we have for the Daily Boost includes, but is also not limited to, um, the 7 day pillar challenge, better known as the 7 day chakra challenge, which we talk about the chakra systems Sunday through Saturday. Sunday starting with the root chakra, and then all going all the way to Saturday, which ends in the crown chakra, which Tara will be back for to host. She will be back on Saturday to host the crown chakra. But yesterday, I believe, was the heart chakra, which was for Wednesday. But today we'll be talking about the throat chakra when it comes to the 7 day pillar challenge, better known as the 7 day chakra challenge. But then also the other source material that we're going to use, that we're going to go through first, is 52 Weeks of Conscious Contact by Melody Beatty. Uh, There it is. There it is. We are on week 22, and the theme of the week is presence. The theme of the week is presence. I was trying to think if there's anything I wanted to pull out of my hat for the introduction, but I can't really think of anything, and we'll get into most of those things anyway at the end. So, I guess we'll go ahead and start with the reading today. This is once again 52 Weeks of Conscious Contact by Melody Beatty. Um, Day 5. We're on day 5. Usually, the days, like for example, yesterday, each day has its own focus. So yesterday we have an inventory focus, but today we have an action. It's always after like the excerpt that Melody Beauty puts in there for her book. Um, but yes, the theme of the week is presence, or being present, if you want to think of it like that. And also, if you see God used anytime during this section, just know that Love and Action Network, as well as its affiliates, do not care about your religious affiliations. And this text doesn't just pertain to people with religious, affiliations. Whether you believe in God, believe in the flying spaghetti monster, believe in whatever you believe in yourself. You know, all these things apply to all of us, regardless, or at least we feel like it does. So it's true, right? So without further ado, I'll go ahead and go into day 5. Her little excerpt. Looks like she's telling a story here, just looking at it. So, come on, hurry. Let's go, my friend said, shifting nervously from one foot to the other. I looked around. Another friend, Michael, had just walked into the room. I hadn't seen him for a while. I felt. Loki, what are you talking about? You want to read? Come here. You want to read? Come here. If you want to read, you got to come here. All right, then. Shh. Daddy's reading. Yeah, Daddy's reading. Okay. Anyway, Loki says hi to everybody, by the way. He just he just really wants his attention. He's like, no, everyone needs to know I'm here. Um, I'm gonna start over the other paragraph. I look around. Another friend, Michael, had just walked into the room. I hadn't seen him for a while. I felt compelled to go over and talk to him, even though I didn't have anything important to say. Please, let's go, my friend said again. I started to leave with him, then changed my mind. Give me just a few minutes, I said, walking away from my friend and moving toward Michael. We didn't talk about much, Michael and I, but I'll never forget that conversation. He was killed in an accident 2 weeks later. Mm. Some people suggest that our biggest regret when we die will be that we didn't work less and spend more time with people we love. That may be true, but for me, I think it will be that I wasn't more completely present for each person, task, and moment in my life. That was a lot to digest. I think, do I want to read that one more time? That was a lot to digest. I'll read like that last paragraph because the first sentence doesn't really matter too much. Well, it's his friends trying to get him like, to hurry up and go. And a friend that he usually doesn't. Yeah, I'll just summarize it. A friend that he didn't want to talk to, or a friend that he doesn't usually talk to, which is Michael. He went over to him instead of like hurrying up and leaving with his friend like he wanted him to. And apparently the two, didn't even have an interesting conversation, nor did they, like he said, talk much. Um, and then just to find out he was killed, in an accident 2 weeks later. He says he'll never forget that conversation. Then he said they didn't even talk about much, if anything at all. So, you know, and then he says some people, their biggest regret, well, Melody Beatty says, some people suggest that our biggest regret when we die will be that we didn't work less and spend more time with the people we love. That may be true, but for me, I think it will be that I wasn't more completely present for each person, task, and moment in my life. And that's a real thing. Not that people that regret that they didn't work less and spend more time with the people they love is like a bad thing or any less valid. That's the word I was looking for. Any less valid. That doesn't mean that she, to her, it's packaged a little differently or looks a little different. And for her, it was that she wasn't completely present. Her regret would be that she wasn't completely present for each person, task, and moment in their life. Which I shoot, much for a long time in my life, I definitely wasn't present within my own life and how you know whether that be what I wanted to do or um just I mean really just being present at all. Like I wasn't really present within my own life, which caused me to either miss things or not take care of things that I needed to take care of when they came to me, like what I wanted to do with life, or I just was going through the motions. So I definitely understand what it's like to not be present and to feel like I wasn't present with everybody the way I could have been because of the way I viewed life. I'm sorry, I saw something like near my camera. I had to get it away. Um, so now we'll go ahead and get into the action. We'll go ahead and get into the action. I feel like that mainly kind of spoke for itself. There's really nothing to, there's not too much to riff on there. It can go into a different conversation or a deeper conversation, but anyway, we'll go to the action first before we do that. The action. Do you remember the stop, look, and listen slogan from when you were a child? Every so often, even for a few minutes each day, try to remember to practice it. Slow down or stop, depending on how fast you're going. slow down or stop depending on how fast you're going. Look, see where you are, whom you're with, what you're doing. Give whatever you're doing your attention. Give whatever you're doing your attention. Listen, as much as possible, quell your anxiety, cease your mental chatter, and listen to nature, to other people, to God, and yourself. I've definitely, I mean, just from how I was raised, not that I was like, groomed or anything to be this way, but just because of my interactions with people and how I had like an aversion to people, I guess. I didn't really like trust people because of my experiences, growing up as a kid and stuff, and, you know, the things you deal with as a kid, bullied, blah, 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 whatever you want to call it. You know, I am just a good listener because I don't talk much. I don't speak myself much. I don't talk about myself too much. And I don't, I mean, yeah, I don't really talk about myself too much. I don't really have many. I don't say I don't have like hobbies or like interests, but like, they're just not. I don't know. They're not something that I think about. Like when some, like I think it's funny because other people like have stories and stuff. I'm like, I don't really have anything to talk about because I don't really think of them as like stories, I guess, or I don't recall it vividly. I'd say, Loki, what do you want? This boy keep bothering me. I don't even know what he want, but where was I saying? Uh, I forgot what I was saying. It was something about something. Loki distracted me. It's okay. Um, I almost remembered it. It left my brain, so that's okay. Today is all about the throat chakra anyway, so maybe it's just time to move on to the next subject. What, Loki? You speaking today too? Today's all about throat chakra, and you really talking to me right now. Really talking to me right now. You are. All right. As I said before, today is all about the throat chakra. It is considered the first of the spiritual chakras. The throat chakra has much to do with our true, authentic voice, where faith and understanding combine. When the throat chakra is out of harmony, we have difficulty speaking our truth or expressing ourselves. We have silence and judge for what we say, feel out of alignment with who we are, and feel out of touch with our will to live. When the throat chakra is in harmony, our will to live is strong and we are able to follow our dreams. We speak our truth, where we say what we mean and mean what we say. We express ourselves easily, creatively, and authentically listen to our inner voice and have a balance between silence and speech. Having a balance between silence and speech is kind of part of that being present thing, slow down and stop, look, see where you are with who you're with and what you're doing, and give whatever you're doing attention, be present. And then, listening to, I was talking about listening skills, but, that's what I was talking about. That's what I was saying. We're back on track, guys. Due to my, past experiences, I've become a very good listener. I just don't talk as much, which is the part I'm working on, talking more. But I'm not necessarily upset about that because it's a good thing. Because when you listen, you really be hearing some stuff. Let me tell you, you'll really hear some stuff. You really listen to somebody, and they feel comfortable with you. You'll really hear some stuff, and you'll really get down to the bottom of like who a person is at their core. If you listen, it just takes some time. But if you're a good listener, usually people will just open to you to themselves, or open themselves to you naturally. And it happens to me. I won't say all the time, but because I am a good listener, people do tend to do that. So, and I'm okay with that. I guess I gotta take that in stride. So, um, I guess I gotta take that in stride. Anyway, let's get into some more facts about the throat chakra. The location of the throat chakra is at the front of the base of the neck, at the hollow of the collarbone, about right here. The color is light blue. Light blue wards off infection, plague, or pestilence, and haints. Haints are like we're like a southern term for like ghosts or evil spirits. Calm, it's for calm, communication, and confidence. If Let me tell you, if you're hearing like me talking about, throat chakra and being related to the color blue, and you're like, what was the color light blue gonna do for me? Just know, at least I believe, or it's been proved to believe, even in science, that everybody's just energy. The world, I mean, really is just electromagnetic waves. Which light is created anyway. Like light energy, the electromagnetic waves, like it's all that's what the world is, essentially. So, take that as you will. Take that as you will. The element, as you probably would guess, is sound for the throat chakra. The affirmation of today is I speak. The affirmation is I speak. What are you speaking today? What are you speaking over yourself? What are you speaking over other people? What are you speaking today? And are you backing that by action? Speaking it is just one thing. I say it all the time, but people seem to think that actions speak louder than words, but really they're equal. It's just because people can't, they've made talk cheap. Let's just say that. There's a lot of talking. There's a lot more, and talking is in inflation. Like talking is in like inflation, and then there's like a whole depression of action in the world. We'll just say that amongst humans in general. There's also a huge lack of empathy and an infection of apathy. So once again, take that as you will. The glands that are related to the thyroid and or parathyroid. No, it's the thyroid and parathyroid. If you don't know what the glands are, it's in relation to the endocrine. Is the endocrine system endocrine? It might be endocrine. Every time, every stream, I'm like, am I pronouncing this right? Endocrine. The endocrine. Which one is it? I'm pretty sure it's the endocrine system, but let me tell you a little bit about the endocrine system if you don't know, and the parathyroid and thyroid. The endocrine system is what creates and releases hormones to maintain countless bodily function. You have more than 50 hormones, and they affect nearly all aspects of your health directly and or indirectly, much like metabolism, homeostasis, growth and development, sexual function, reproduction, your sleep-wake cycle, and your mood. The thyroid gland is butterfly shaped and is located at the front of your neck. So, it's above where I said your throat chakra is, but it's just that gland in front of your neck. It kind of, I believe it's like the length of your neck almost. It kind of cuts off near the top, but it's about the length of your neck. It's butterfly shaped. Anyway, moving on. And is located in the front of your neck. It helps control your metabolism, which converts food and drink into energy. The parathyroid are 4 pea-sized glands that are typically behind your thyroid, so they'll be right behind your thyroid. I believe, like if you think of it like the sections of a butterfly, if you cut it in half and then cut it horizontally and cut it vertically, that's pretty much where your parathyroids are, about right in the middle of each section of those wings. That are typically behind your thyroid. The hormone it releases controls the level of calcium in your blood. If you don't know what calcium does, calcium helps your nerves work, helps your muscles contract so you can move, and helps your blood clot, and also helps your heart work properly. So calcium and those glands are very important. They do not just affect the throat chakra, but it affects other parts of your body as well. Your body's connected to many different things, so of course they affect each other. Anyway, physical body parts that are related to the throat chakra include, but are not limited to, the throat, trachea, neck vertebrae, mouth, teeth and gums, esophagus, hypothalamus, shoulders, arms, and hands. The life lesson of the throat chakra is to speak and receive truth. Food that's related to the third chakra as well are blueberries, figs, and blue raspberries. Uh, where's Kitty Burger? I have to find a place to Tara. I gotta find a place um to put Kitty Burger. That's the thing. I gotta find a place to put Kitty Burger. So I'm out in the living room now. I don't know if you've noticed, I kind of moved spaces like a couple weeks ago, but I'm in the living room now. So now I gotta find a place for Kitty Burger to like sit. I gotta find him a stand or something. But we'll be moving soon, so it's okay. Kitty Burger will make a reappearance here, when I get more space. It's just Kitty Burger is taking a nap under Michael's altar, inside Michael's altar, pretty much. So that's what's going on there. That's what's going on there. Did I already say the foods? Blueberries, figs, and blue raspberries? I believe I did. Physical dysfunctions include, but are not limited to, raspy or sore throat, mouth ulcers, gum difficulties, TMJ, stiff neck, scoliosis, swollen glands, and or thyroid problems. Mental/emotional issues, strength of will, personal expression, following one's dreams, using personal power to create, choice and capacity to make decisions, addiction, judgment, criticism, and faith. These are all things that affect the throat chakra. Possible causes of energy blocks include, but are not limited to, difficulty in expressing oneself, withholding or swallowing words, and or suppressing creative talents. The crystals, if you're what do we used to call it? If you have a crystal familiar like me, you're if you have a crystal familiar like I do, you probably want to listen to what crystals affect the throat chakra. I have too many crystals now. Well, not too many. I I won't say you can never have too many crystals, but I'm starting to build a small familia. Soon it's gonna be a whole city. It seems like, but we'll get there when we get there. We'll get there when we get there. The crystals that are related to the third chakra are turquoise, blue kyanite, aquamarine, celestite, iolite, sodalite, and lapis lazuli. I kind of feel like I'm gonna make a what is it called? Uh oh, thank you for the pronunciation, Tara. I just realized that. Thank you for that pronunciation. Endocrine. Endocrine. Do. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Endo. Endocrine? Endocrine. Gotcha. Endocrine. Endocrine. It makes me want to say crime. It really does. Endocrine. Okay. All right. Thank you, Tara. Thank you, Tara. Alrighty. I think that's all I really got for the daily boost so far. All I really have to really my only 2 cents is just please be present within your own life, within your own relationships, whether that be romantic or not, whether they're just friendships or whatever kind of relationship, a business relationship, whatever that may be. Be present within it, you know. Speak, but also listen. Slow down. Depending on how fast you're going, slow down. Because I feel like sometimes we get stuck. I definitely am guilty of this because, I mean, sometimes I get stuck in my normal routines that I used to do,